Hello everyone, Razorblade Mango here, and today I am taking some time away from Final Fantasy 15 to talk about the Game Awards. Yes, those notorious award show that was changed, thank God, after the disaster that was the VGX Awards in 2013, which is one of the first videos I made that garnered some, by my standards, some significant amount of attention. Because it was and still is one of the most embarrassing train wrecks I have ever seen. And thank God they changed it after that. So 3 years later, now we have our third annual Video Game Awards, hosted by the face of the AAA game industry, Jeff Keighley himself. So, this year, like last year and the year before that, it was alright. It was okay. Just meh. I wasn't really expecting anything, and that's good, because I don't expect anything from these award shows. I just tune in and watch them and just hope that something cool gets announced that will make me happy. And that's what this year was, just like last year. Big thing was shown that made me happy. But I'm going to save that till the end, which is something that the Game Awards should have done. So I don't really know how I'm going to structure this. I'm just going to go based on what I'm reading right now. I guess I'll start with the musical performances, which 1 out of the 3 was awesome, and the other 2 were shit. So I'll start with the shit. Run the Jewels, who I thought were terrible on stage. Thought it was awful. When I mentioned it on Facebook, a friend of mine, Jordan, who I co-host the Point and Click Telltale podcast with, he told me that Run the Jewels is actually a really well-respected rap group, and I couldn't tell that from the fucking performance, because the performance was really bad. It was boring. The songs, not good at all. So, and then I found out that the songs they performed weren't from the album that my friend recommended that I listened to. So, could be that they are really good, and this was just a bad, one-off bad performance from them. So, keep my fingers crossed about that. The other performance, who I don't think I will ever like at all, is this rap duo called Ray Stremmerd. I don't fucking care. They were horrible. They were even worse than Run the Jewels. They were like ear-bleedingly shitty, annoying, bad lyrics, just everything. Just cringe-inducing bad. And this was in a show that had a grown man, like a father bearing his heart and soul while accepting the award for That Dragon Cancer, which that was the only really human moment of the night, which that sort of cemented my decision never to play That Dragon Cancer, because I had wanted to play it, but the way even talking about it just made everybody all sad. I was like, oh god, do I actually want to play this? I don't know. So, but yeah, it was just so odd having these really really performances in there. Which these games, they're not even from games. I would understand if these performances were the soundtracks from games. Like if someone had come in and performed, if Austin Wintory had come in and performed the music from Abzu, or someone performed the soundtrack from Final Fantasy 15 or The Last Guardian or something just like a montage of all the really great orchestral scores that came out this year. Just do that. Don't have these fucking rap groups come in and just ruin the whole thing, because it makes it look so juvenile and backwards ass. It makes us look dumb. But the other musical performance that kicked ass was the Doom soundtrack, that had me headbanging, and I barely have hair on my head anymore. So, but that music that made me want to go outside, run around, tear my shirt off, punch concrete walls, crush skulls in my hand and just scream bloody murder while thrash metal plays. And I've always thought that Doom was thrash metal as a video game. And this performance really cemented that, I think, for me. Because that performance, energetic, exciting, great music, loved it. That should have been the only musical performance. In fact, that should have, like, they should have just extended every song they were performing and have that replace the other, not only the other two live performances, but all the shitty, like, Assassin's Creed movie commercials that no one gave a shit about. Just replace that with Doom performances. That'd be great. Love it. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, the movie, the thing that I really did not like about this year is that I started to see a glimpse of the return to what the Spike Video Game Awards were, where it was just this big commercial orgy, and where you literally had a guy dressed up as Schick Hydrobot, like the shaving razor. You had a guy. Let me repeat that so you guys can understand what is so fucked up about this. A guy dressed up as a giant razor man called Schick Hydro Man. That in a video game award ceremony. It's just so surreally undignified that I almost find it funny. It's better to laugh than to cry, because it was just gross. That's really the only word I can think of. Just well, I can think of other words. Undignified, gross, phony, circle jerk, a bunch of other shit. Didn't help that Schick was one of the big sponsors of the Game Awards that year. So, that not a good idea. That whoever came up with that idea, slap them on the back of the head and just hit them repeatedly with a rolled up newspaper every time they have a new idea from now on, because that was embarrassing. I feel sorry for the people that had to spend time and effort in making that Schick Hydro costume, because, I mean, they did a good job with the costume. It was just, I just don't know why that was even a thing, but okay. It didn't help that Schick Hydro bullshit came up right after that Dragon Cancer giving it the speech, which was beautiful and heart-wrenching, and then you have Schick Quattro Man come out and try to hawk Schick to all of us. Just give me a fucking break. But also some of the weirdest stuff about this was just, it was just really just commercialized. Like I said, like a big commercial orgy, particularly this year. Lots and lots of ads for Xbox, buy an Xbox here, buy a PlayStation 4 here. Get ready for Assassin's Creed the movie, sponsored by AMD Radeon. Woo! So that was, did not like that. That was cringe-inducing. The awards, it was like, and this is the same problem these last few years, where it's like they call it the awards show, and yet they barely talk about the awards. Like, whenever the awards are handed out, it just feels like such a half-hearted thing. Like, they just don't care. Which, really, these awards, let's be frank here, these awards really don't fucking matter. They're just statues that people get, and then they have their game listed off. That's about it. And the awards, the winning this year was really questionable too, because, I mean, just from, I'm speaking objectively, subjectively, of course, but having like Overwatch win Game of the Year, which really, Blizzard win Best Game Direction, fucking Dishonored 2 win Best Adventure Game over Uncharted 4. Like, really? Pokemon Go Best Handheld Game? Okay. The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, an expansion. winning best role-playing game, which I'm not knocking Blood and Wine, because Blood and Wine, spoiler, is going to be on my cream of the crop at the end of the year, but that's an expansion pack. That should be like best DLC or something, not role-playing game. And half of these fucking awards weren't even handed out. So you never got the winner for like best multiplayer, best fighting game, best VR game, stuff like that. Like people that would come out and accept these awards, it was just like, where were the awards? It's called the awards show. Where were the fucking awards? There weren't any. There were like a few. But it was back to the game announcements. Woo! World premiere! Woo! It was just no awards, and the awards were just not there. I didn't really like the way they did the Industry Icon Award. I haven't really cared about that award these last few years, but Kojima's a name, especially after all the clout that he's gotten with, you know, Konami booting him out and the whole like Death Stranding thing. This is like this should have been better. Like, this needed to be, you know, we needed to have that montage of him. You know, this should have been saved for last, before Game of the Year. Have him come up and have this big, you know, montage of his accomplishments, his awards, like the games that he's worked on that aren't called Metal Gear, stuff like that. And then go on and show, you know, his next game. Like, and then have hype it up to showing montage video footage of interviews with him. That's exactly what they did with the last two Icon Awards. But they weirdly, like, actually one of the few iconic game developers that's a person, they don't do that with him. So that, I did not like that. I thought that was really underwhelming. All it was just Jeff Keighley basically giving him a blowjob. And just being like, oh, Kojima, you're so great. Kojima, you have so much tenacity. Oh, it's horrible what Konami did to you. Oh, you're so great. You're so great. You're so great. And it's like, dude, show us. Don't just sit there sucking on his dick and cradling his balls. Just fucking talk. Don't talk. Show us. And they didn't. They just had Jeff Keighley talk and talk and talk. And I know he and Kojima are like best buddies, and Kojima is his hero. But goddamn, dude, it's like he was like one step away from like getting out a wedding ring and proposing to Kojima on stage. It was so weird. Just did not like that. I thought they poorly handled the Icon Award, which sucked. But yeah, that's as far as the awards. And then the thing, of course, onto the thing that everyone watches these things for, which is, you know, the announcements. So I'm not gonna read these I'm not gonna talk about these in chronological order. Mass Effect Andromeda. Let's start there. So that was pretty solid, and this is coming from somebody who's not that crazy about Mass Effect. I think 2 and 99.9% of 3 are fantastic. With 3's ending being one of the very worst things I've ever seen in any kind of media at all. Like, the worst video game ending of all time. One of the worst things I've ever seen. Big buzzkill. Killed a lot of my excitement for the franchise and its future. So to have Andromeda come out these last couple of weeks and really show me stuff that I'm getting interested in, that's an accomplishment. So I'm interested in Andromeda. I seriously doubt I'm ever going to buy it day one and play it and whatever, but I am into it. I am interested. I will get around to playing it eventually. Prey is the next thing that I want to talk about, which, to be honest, I have not been that impressed by the Prey footage. I just think it looks like, It just, I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. It's like they just show off, oh, you can transform into a cup. Oh, you're floating in space and you have a gun. Oh, look at that. There's these like black spider-looking things. So just wasn't feeling it. Didn't care for it. So Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment. Never played the original Shovel Knight. Never played any of its other games. So I wasn't too, like woohoo about Spectre of Torment, but I'm happy for the people that love Shovel Knight and want more. Halo Wars 2, which, good God, that trailer went on forever, and it was such a boring trailer to begin with that its length made it that much more unbearable. And even at the best of times, I have zero interest in Halo Wars 2. And I don't understand, and I don't mean to knock you if you're really looking forward to Halo Wars 2. From a personal standpoint, I don't understand the excitement behind Halo Wars 2. To me, like, the first Halo Wars was shit, and we don't need another Halo Wars 2 after how mediocre Guardians was received. So, hooray, etc. It did not interest me at all. Showed off little bits of Warframe, which don't care. Lawbreakers, don't care. This new RPG apparently called Dauntless, don't care. Didn't interest me. A Bulletstorm remaster, I'd be more excited for that if it wasn't $50 fucking dollars, which is fucking insane. And you get Duke Nukem DLC. Okay, whatever. Really? Do we really want more Duke Nukem after forever? I don't think so. Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy, which, I pretended to be surprised by that. I think we all did, because that got leaked like a month ago. And Guardians of the Galaxy is a good fit for them. And I'm excited for it. I have confidence that they'll pull off something really cool with that. I'm not sure how a choice-based dialogue system will fit into Guardians of the Galaxy, since it's a lot of it relies on like witty banter back and forth. So I don't know, we'll see. I have confidence. Going to be cool. They've already done a space western like this with Tales from the Borderlands, so it's waters that they've treaded before. So let's hope it's good. I'm really looking forward to it. Also from Telltale, of course, they showed off The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, also known as Season 3. And I continue to call it Season 3 because I don't really care for the A New Frontier subtitle. But I'm digging it. I'm really, really liking what I'm seeing from A New Frontier. I like that the premiere is going to be 2 parts. I don't know if one part is going to be that new guy and then the second part's going to be Clementine, or like they're going to meet up at the halfway point. So I don't know. And I also really like, I just want more Clementine because I love Clementine, and I just replayed Walking Dead Season 2. So I'm really looking forward to A New Frontier because it looks pretty awesome. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. What a beautiful looking game. Holy shit. They showed off 2 trailers for it. One during the pre-show, and the other one during the show. The pre-show one was just a regular trailer showing off some new areas and stuff like that, which looks beautiful. Of course, it's Legend of Zelda. My one gripe with it is that they were doing the Wii U version, which no one fucking cares about. I just want to see this game running on the Switch. Okay, I don't care about the Wii U. And then we got, of course, the commentary track during the actual Game Awards, where you get to see the 2 guys from Nintendo, like part of the Treehouse crew, playing the game on the Wii U. Shows some of the combat, and they had like a parrot with an accordion or something. It was really weird, but it was cool. I'm really, really looking forward to Breath of the Wild. And with each new trailer that comes out, it just strengthens my resolve that I will buy a Switch just for this game, because it looks that amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. Which brings me, finally, last but not least, to Kojima's baby, Death Stranding. which, talk about blowing your wad. I mean, they started the Game Awards with this, and there was no way they were going to top this. I mean, this was literally them blowing their wad right at the beginning. They hadn't even put on the condom yet, and they already shot their load across the room and splattered the walls with that. So that was odd. What was even odder was the actual trailer itself. It looks incredible. I will give it that. It is in my elite list of games I'm highly looking forward to, along with, you know, like Kingdom Hearts 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, stuff like that. It's in there because every new teaser I've seen makes it look great. The last teaser that was shown, awesome. This new teaser, even better, twice as good. We get Guillermo del Toro in it, who we don't know if actually is going to be a character in the game or if he's just making an appearance in the trailer. He's got a portable baby incubator. It has a baby in it. He puts a tube in it, and the baby winks at the camera, weirdly enough. You got soldiers with skull masks, because of course you do in a Kojima game. You got tanks with tentacles and skeleton hands. You got planes with like weird black strands behind them. You got like a rainbow in the sky. It's like a war setting. You got Mads Mikkelsen, it's been teased for a while that he's going to be in Death Stranding, but they officially confirmed it last night that he was going to be in it, and he's possibly the villain. And he's got like this weird black mascara thing on his face, and he's got these like 4 soldiers attached to him via like these like plug tentacle things that when they detach, he just sends them off to do their thing. It's Kojima. And you got like this weird baby that's like a doll robot baby with pins in its head that makes this like weird like noise. It's basically it's Kojima. It's a Kojima game. It's Kojima. That's really all I can say about this trailer. Was great. Didn't learn shit about the game besides Mads Mikkelsen and Guillermo del Toro possibly being in it and what some other stuff, but game's long ways away, and I'm continue to be surprised that we're getting this many teases for Death Stranding, because this game, it's not even in like, we haven't even shown like gameplay yet. We don't even know everything about it. We don't even know what it's about, and we've gotten 2 teasers for it, and it's like good teasers. 2 really excellent teasers for it in a span of less than 6 months. So either he's gonna, like, Kojima's gonna have to go dark for like a year or 2 while he's making it, and then reemerge like years later with it, or he's gonna make it along with like these weird movies that he keeps shooting months before they're released to the public. So I don't know. The next one, for all we know, could be at E3 2017. We could have, because there's been talk that there's going to be a female protagonist in it as well, along with Norman Reedus, so we could get confirmation of who's going to be filling that role, possibly. So, yeah, that was Death Stranding, and it looks fucking fantastic, and it was stupid of them to put that as the first thing, because that was the very best thing of the night. The only like really, really amazing reveal of the night. So yeah. But that was the Game Awards. It was okay. A little bit too much commercialism this year. They could have cut back on some of the stuff. They didn't have to make it like 2 hours and 10 minutes. They might as well not even call it the Game Awards anymore. They might as well just call it Jeff Keighley's sneak preview of games. That might as well be what it is. So, yeah. Don't have Shit Quattro being a fucking sponsor next year. I don't want to see Quattro Man again, because that was just cringe-inducing. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the fucking Game Awards. But, yeah. Gonna go back to Final Fantasy 15 now. Bye!